Hi there, my name is Kendrick, and today I get to re-interview Aiste. So Aiste, welcome.
Hi everyone.
So Aiste, we did this interview before. Can you tell us what your new type is after getting retyped by David Shan?
Yes, so my new type is FM, SITE, blast sleep, consume play.
All right, so you're still an ISTJ, but you're now play last, not play savior.
Yes.
Yeah. So when you
Yeah.
got this new type back, what did you think and how did you feel?
Yeah, so it was a bit back and forth with emails. So at first when I asked if I could be like DI instead of DE, and like the answer that like no, but they gave a lot of like proper reasons this time, not just like in the past they often would say just that uh, I am this type because I write emails to them and I ask them. So like sorry, still coughing a bit. So this time they answered properly, but explained that I'm still D. Then I asked about sleep versus play, and at first they said like, no, you'll play because you write emails. And then uh, like I wrote very long emails to them, uh, explaining all the occasions why I doubt that I'm uh, play and not sleep. And then they asked for more videos, and and already then I was uh like they were saying that yeah, you might be actually sleep above play. And already then I was like, okay, wow. And they already said that I might be masculine DE, so that was a bit of a shock. Like I was pretty sure I'm double feminine. um so I already at that time started processing it, and I recorded like additional video to them, not exactly typing video, but more of a video response. And also I sent them several videos, and I thought, okay, in this video that I re-recorded, I'm talking so much, and like they definitely will say that, nah, you're play after all. And then they said, yeah, you are like sleep above play. So that was, yeah, wow. But then like 2 days for 2 days I was like processing everything, and uh all the memories would be coming back to me about uh, like proving that I'm sleep above play, and also about masculine DE. So it was like a total flow of memories and like insights. So that was really interesting experience.
The first thing I want to mention is in their old business, it's usually the ISTJs that send them long emails and they get so annoyed by the ISTJ. So you did the same thing with your long emails. So I thought that was funny when you were talking about that. But so that's cool that they were able to find out that you were actually sleep above play. So you were right, and then they validated it after you sent your videos. And but the first part I want to ask you about is what did you think when they made you masculine DE? So you were double feminine at first, right? You said, and then now you're visual. So when that switch happened, what what did you think? Is it did you realize that you are visual first before tester? Like, was that something that became super obvious to you? I guess I don't know.
Yeah, like taking like as a whole, visual versus tester, like I don't know, I'm not sure about that, but like masculine DE and feminine DE, yeah, like memories came to me that would be like a kind of masculine DE. um and like in the very beginning when I came into OPS and um, like started learning about it and tried to type myself. Uh, at first I thought that I'm masculine DE. Only later, like I saw some other people that I thought that nah, they are masculine DE. So like I cannot be like that. So then I changed my mind that I'm feminine D. But yeah, now like it comes back that when I had like less knowledge, I was more right about my type. Um, so that's funny. And like I'm still not entirely sure if that is like totally correct and totally works. I'm still like processing that masculine DE part. But when they wrote to me that I might be masculine DE, it was kind of a shock, really. I didn't expect that at all.
Well, if your new type is play last, so you're still info dominant, so that part is still the same.
Yeah.
But because you have double activated sleep now, so double activated DI, um, it would make sense why you think you're DI because it's double activated.
Yes.
And then your sleep is now double feminine, so you now have double activated double feminine SF sleep. So how do you feel
Yeah.
about that? And now that you've got retype as this specific version of ISTJ, do you resonate with that specific animal, the double feminine, double activated SF sleep?
Yeah, like um, there's a lot actually I could say about my sleep animal, and I think it being double feminine is also what might make me feel more like a play over sleep, and like why I got convinced myself that when I got typed first, I got convinced that yeah, okay, I must be play over sleep is because my sleep is double feminine. So some anecdotes that they say about people that are play above sleep actually is fitting me as double feminine sleep. Like uh, things like uh, people with play as a savior are not uh, like they are processing, but then they're like forgetting it and reprocessing, like they're reprocessing same things again and again, like again that they processed in the past. So the same happens to me because I just forget about it, like because it's double feminine. I just it completely like I would read my old diaries and um, I would be like reading and seeing something, some idea, and I would be shocked because I thought that I just came up with this idea just now, like something I processed right now. But I find that 10 years ago, I already wrote that down. And like when I was reading for a longer period for diaries, so it would be like every 3 years the same idea repeats and repeats, and all the time I write that, oh, I have this new idea. So it's like totally feeling like uh, it can give an impression that it's like a demon because of being double feminine.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. I know some people that have like play last double feminine sleep, and it's tough because then it's hard to make decisions for yourself because it's so movable. It's hard to make it solid. So and then your play last two and your play is double masculine. So that's actually your confident animal, but it's fourth. So it's like you're in like a very weird spot. I feel like so you have to kind of use your blast then, I guess, or your consume because those are more like normal. Like they're not like double feminine, double masculine. So, well, why don't we talk about that? So you are info dominant and your lead blast, right? But you also have consume and your consumes NF. So can you share a little bit about your experience like blasting and also consuming and it's like being balanced with both of those? I mean, you're better with blast obviously than consume, but you have them in your first three. So it's not going to be, the imbalance of your animals.
Yeah, yeah. So actually, I can see my consume better than my blast, probably because like blast is the first animal, so it's the hardest one to see. Um, but I guess it's that I do the blast unconsciously, like uh, like I guess I'm doing it even now, like explaining about the blast itself. So it's just it happens. And um then about consume, it's like even in stressful situations, I more go into consume animal than into any other. Like when I'm under pressure, under stress, I would go to like search information about it or something like that. And yeah, I would say there is some balance between consume and blast, but it's as it is hard for me to see when I'm blasting, it's hard to actually calculate that balance. Um, but yeah, I definitely like see that I am consuming. Like in any case, it's also my like hobby animal. So uh, consuming as a hobby uh, during my free time. So yeah, not sure what else I can say about like both blast and consume. Um,
Well, why don't we cover the flavor of your blast and consume, okay? So your blast is ST, so it's reporter, and then your consume is NF. So it's like the purpose, meaning, what's the point? So from those perspectives, how do you see your ST blast and NF consume, you know?
mhm. So first of all, I'm not like I'm coming to understanding that probably like uh, letters of animals doesn't mean that the content will be uh, like that. Like, for example, that I would be consuming NF stuff, because mostly what I consume is actually NT stuff. But I guess it's still in a way NF because it is something I like. So it's like FI, despite the topic itself being more of NT. Like uh, I like reading about physics, cosmology, but also like psychology, which is more of NF topic, and then also about neuroscience, which kind of in between, I would say. Um, yeah, and about my blast, where I see my blast the most is maybe my work. I work as a team lead, and like I work in a rule enforcement team and in the game. Um, so I have to like create guidelines for my team. Um, so basically, I mean, imagine that creating those guidelines is this ST blast. Like that is very ST stuff actually. Like it's a set of rules that they have to follow basically. And also, like I have to do the trainings for them, explain how tools work and like how they can improve their skills. So mostly I see that my blast at work, also like answering questions when they have anything. So and other than that, like that's a place where I'm most aware of my blast.
That's so stereotypical ISTJ. You're in charge of the rules, enforcing it. That's so funny. Um,
Yes.
yeah. But the world that you live in the most is SF. So, what you personally value for yourself. But part of SF is also taking care of your health, having like health routines and stuff. It's like SI step by step or FI, like what makes you feel good, right? So are you really good at taking care of your health then? Like, do you have a exercise routine, like eating healthy food, proper sleep? Like, do you do all that stuff or not so much? It's double feminine, so
Not so much.
okay.
Yeah, this is actually what I'm struggling a bit more with. Yeah, sleep probably I have more or less good sleep routine. Like my husband often complains that I'm always so worried about my sleep that I need to go to sleep at proper time. Uh, but like still, my proper time is like I want to go to sleep at 12. Uh, but usually I end up like still reading until 1 or something, and then get up at around 8. So like maybe I'm getting like 6 to 7 hours of sleep. So that is not always ideally enough. And as for exercise routine, like I have a short exercising in the morning, like for 5 minutes, just to like basically move my bones so that my back wouldn't hurt from after sleep or whatever. But I would I would like to create a proper exercising routine where I would exercise like at least 3 times per week. But so far it wasn't a success. Uh, I just I am very lazy. Like I think the sleep is making me super lazy because I just want to save my energy all the time. And exercising is uh, expending energy a lot. So I don't want to do anything that is using up my energy. And even though I even enjoy exercising, like I feel better when I exercise, and I even feel more energetic when I exercise. But I tried a few months ago to have such a routine, but it failed basically. But I'm planning to go back to one again. And with eating healthy, I completely lost my hopes about that. I don't know, maybe it's also, connected to double activated FI because I just want to eat what I like. So it's like I don't want to eat some healthy food which I wouldn't like. And in addition to that, I don't want to spend too much energy on making food. So it ends up like not very good combination for health.
Yeah, so it sounds like you're definitely info dominant because you sacrifice your energy for information when you like stay up late to gather information. Um, I did notice that with a lot of play last people. They're also they act like sleep last. They're super tired because they're obsessed with accuracy of information. So the sleep does get impacted. And I work in the fitness industry, and a lot of my clients in personal training are play last, and they have the same problem as you. They don't want to work out unless they come and see me. So, like I asked them, like, can you do cardio, like, outside our training? Because in order to be healthy, you should be doing 3 hours of cardio per week, right? Or at least if you can't do that 3 times a week, 3 hours is like 6 times per week, 30 minutes, right, per session. But if you can't do that, that's fine. Just at least try, 3 times a week, 20 minutes. And they still won't do it because they'll only do it if they like come to train with me. And then I'm like, oh man, it's hard. So I can see, when you said what you said, I'm like, okay, yeah, I do see like a lot of play last people, they just don't want to do it. Not all, of course, but from my experience, that seems to be like there's more than not that do this. Um, yeah. I it seems like the energy dumps are actually better with exercise from my experience. You know. So who knows? But let's cover your last animal. It's play, and your play is NT, and it's double masculine. Um, this used to be your savior, but now you got retype, and it's now a demon, the fourth one, in fact.
Mhm.
Um, there's different aspects of NT play that I'd like to cover with you, and let's see how you personally experience them or how you feel about them. Okay. Um, the first part is pinging back and forth with the tribe. So one of the major abilities of play is the higher your play is, the faster you can go back and forth with other people. Some people call it banter, bantering, but like,
Mhm.
how fast, so how are you with when it comes to like back and forth conversation with people?
Um, I've never tried to observe myself in that, but like the thing is that I always try to listen to the person what they have to say, and I don't want to interrupt. So uh, it ends up not being that fast.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, so it's just that I think that, but like I feel like I have excuse for that because like it's impolite to interrupt people. So, uh, like I mean, I've learned that it's impolite. So I end up listening, and when in the group of people, I end up like not talking because people do interrupt each other, and like even when I want to say something, they just like someone else starts talking. I wait for them to finish talking, but then someone else interrupts. Then topic changes, and I end up not saying what I wanted to say.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I think the thing with play, because sometimes people seem like they're talking back and forth, but they're not really. They're doing the blaster conversation where you're taking turns blasting and consuming. So one person blasts, the other person
Mhm.
consume, and then you take turns, right? Except for
Yeah.
consume blast, of course, they don't listen. But like, um, so with high play, so because play is an energy animal, it's not so much like an exchange of information. It could be because you can use NT play to exchange reasons and logic, right? Or problem solving with the tribe. But play is also it's an exchange of energy in a sense of like you do it in a more fun way. So like that's why there's so much interruptions happening because you're trying to like make it fun with the other tribe member. It's not about learning anything actually. It's about like for me, NT plays talking shit. Like you talk shit to someone and then talk shit back to you and see who can outsmart the other person or out clever the other person, Because and then the higher the play is, like my play is first, right? It's double feminine. So I can be really quick. Like I there's like you know, a lead play ESTP at my workplace. He'll come to me, start talking shit to me the first thing he sees me, like right when he sees me. And I'll talk shit back to him. But I'm really quick too, because I have a high play, right? And then he always tells me, he's like, you're the only one that can outquick me. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, because everyone you talk to have lower play than you. I'm the only lead play like you are. So of course I can keep up with you or even beat you because it's N. It's also N, right? N is very fast, like NE,
Mhm.
NE is faster than SE, right? So but yeah, so it's not like kind of like what you so basically if you are in a situation with a group of friends and they're all taking turns talking and then they change the topic and stuff, you're actually supposed to interrupt them, make fun of someone. Be like, okay, like it's like part of play. It's like, okay, you can shut up now. We heard about you talking enough. Okay, like kind of like that, right? You know, um, so that's part of the back and forth, part of it. But like part of NT is also problem solving with a tribe. So when it comes to problem solving with a tribe, do you use that aspect of it when you go to work and stuff?
Yeah, I would see that like the first aspect probably I don't use that much. Like I'm not much into like small talk and stuff. But like when it comes to problem solving, yes, I can use it, and I actually see how I use it. So, for example, my husband was showing me presentation of what he needs to do for his studies, and like I would start asking him some questions and suggesting what he could do. Like even though it's totally not my topic, I have no idea anything about the subject he's doing, but like I would basically like brainstorm how he could solve his problem, and offer him solutions. So like we would go with this back and forth, me offering some stupid idea and him telling why he cannot do that, or maybe sometimes even telling that yeah, maybe that's something I could do. So that's, I guess that's one example how I use it. But I don't get a lot of occasions where I could use it actually.
I see. That's why you only use it with your husband because I guess play demon or play last means like it's very small, so only like in your case one person can see it. um, yeah. I at least you can still use it. Even one person better than no person, right?
Yeah.
Your play is double masculine. So do you feel very confident with um your brainstorming when it comes to giving solutions to your husband, even if it's BS? Do you feel confident about it regardless?
I guess yes. Like it doesn't feel like at those points when I'm brainstorming, it doesn't feel like a demon. Like I don't feel uh insecure. I don't feel that, like I feel confident when I'm doing that. So I guess it even feels at those rare occasions when I get to use it, it even feels like a savior,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Because it's double masculine. Like I have double masculine
Yeah.
as of sleep, and it doesn't feel like it does feel like a demon, but doesn't feel like a big demon, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I can understand your perspective on that. Um, let's see. So is there anything that you? So last time we did an interview, I think you wanted to talk to me again, and then there was like some stuff that you wanted to mention, that you didn't process under our first interview. So is there anything that you wanted to like talk about now that we might have forgotten in the first interviews or something? I know I know you have double feminine sleep, so you might have forgotten. But yeah, so I want to open this platform to you now to like discuss stuff that happened between our last interview and now, especially because you got your type change. So is there something that you want to address or discuss, or you want to clarify from your first typing to your current typing?
The problem is that like I recently rewatched that video, but I don't remember almost anything. Uh, so
Feminine SI.
yes, so the problem is that I don't remember what we talked, so I wouldn't know what to clarify about it.
Okay.
Um, yeah, but I just uh, what I still have from that interview is the impression that at that time I like barely knew OPS. Like I had so little knowledge, and I couldn't answer to your questions back then because like I was feeling like I'm under some, like I'm in some exam or something, because at that time, prior to our first interview, I haven't watched even one of your videos. So I didn't know what to expect, and like but I went without any fear because I thought, okay, it's just interview, it will be questions about me, and me is the topic I know the best. So what is to prepare about that?
Yeah.
Uh, so it was like very unexpected, all those questions, like uh, with all the like, how do I experience my masculine NE? And oh my God, I barely know what is NE, what is masculine NE. So it was like totally like unexpected at that time. And I didn't have any knowledge. And now, like in 2 years, I gained more knowledge, and yeah, I just feel that I can talk more about those parts, but I totally don't remember which parts we discussed previous time to be able to clarify them. Yeah.
Let's talk about since you brought it up, let's talk about your masculine NE then. Your NE is in the very bottom, it's fourth. That's your triggering function. Um, when you see possibilities, because NE is about seeing possibilities, right? Is the possibilities that you see are negative possibilities, like all the bad things that can happen? Is that kind of like how you see your NE?
No, actually, that's interesting thing because I've noticed that a lot of severe SI people, even double observers, they are afraid of any possibilities. For me, it's not like that. I feel like fascinated about any possibilities, and of course, like there are some fears which I could bring that maybe it's about possibilities, but like I don't think of them as fear of possibility. It's just the fear. Like all the fears are about possibilities if you think it like that,
Yeah.
because all the fears is about the future. So and future is possibilities. So so that like even the cider fear would be possibilities. So I would say that I'm not afraid of any and of possibilities. It doesn't bring me that much issues. And I'm more interested and curious about the possibilities. It's it doesn't give me negative emotions. It's more positivity and curiosity.
Okay. Well, that sounds like a good thing compared to like the other people with demon NE who sees like negative possibilities. So, um, have you seen that movie Avengers Endgame or Avengers Infinity Wars? Have you seen those? Have you seen those Marvel movies?
Uh, Endgame, yes. The other one, I don't remember. Like, I don't remember movie names.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh,
Well, anyways, it's the one before Endgame. It's Infinity Wars. But in that
uh-huh.
movie, Doctor Strange, you remember Doctor Strange? They typed
Yeah.
him in class, like the real person, Benedict Cumberbatch batch. But like in the movie, he was sitting and then he was like seeing all the future possibilities with so I thought that was perfect. It's like how many
Mhm.
possibilities is there that they could beat Thanos, right? And there was only like one, remember? I don't know if you saw that scene. He's like, there's only one possibility, you know? So that's kind of like how I see NE personally, is like there's like a lot of possibilities, and depending on the circumstance, there could be good and bad possibilities. So but you know what I hate is when I use the NE and like, oh my god, it's all negative. Like then I can't sleep because like I'm like there's no positive pathway to proceed from this like situation, you know. So I don't know if you've ever been in that situation where you're like you're trying to proceed in like some part of your life and you're like, oh my god, all the possibilities, all the pathways doesn't look good. Nothing, there's maybe there's one that is like is possibly okay, but it's a gamble. You have to like gamble. It's not like for sure, it's not for certain. Now your NE is masculine, so it's a little bit different from mine. Mine's feminine, right? Um, so I still have to back it up with the SI, the masculine SI. So if I'm freaking out about the NE, I'll have to look at the SI to kind of tell myself, hey, wait, you can't go crazy. According to the SI, what you're thinking is not true. But yours is masculine NE with feminine SI, so you don't even know the SI, even though you have it first. So it's kind of weird. Uh, so you can see a lot of possibilities without the SI backup. You know, I mean, you're info dominant, so I can see you consuming. You know, which will help you. Unlike the people with who don't or who are not info dom, right? So how do you personally experience that when you see like a spectrum of different possibilities? You know, when you're making major life decisions.
Yeah. I wouldn't say that I probably don't see the spectrum of possibilities. Like it's after all, it's the last function. So what I see is quite limited. Uh, but uh, you know what you were describing as a negative possibilities, this uh, brought up my memory of when I had depression. That was when I was seeing possibilities that are only negative, like no way out, no way, like it's like a tunnel vision basically.
Right.
But on my normal mind, I wouldn't think like that, because like I guess during depression, uh those possibilities that I could see is like limited, like even more limited than during normal mental state. So I guess like even though like I don't see the full spectrum of possibilities, but like I see a few different ones, uh, both positive and negative. And uh, yeah, what was your question?
No, I was just asking how you experienced it, which you're kind of explaining already. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Let me ask you a more concrete question since you're lead ST, okay?
Mhm.
Um, so did you get married since I last interviewed you?
Yes.
Okay. So I think that's why I was like, oh, your last name changed, but on Facebook. But
Yeah.
okay, so maybe this is a good way to kind of like answer this NE question. So before you got married, did you look at all the different possibilities of what could happen when you get married, or were you just excited that you're gonna get married, or did you look at the possibilities first? Like, okay, we're gonna get married. This can happen. This can happen. This can happen. This can happen. Did you look at it from that perspective, or not so much?
Um, like I was thinking nothing will change, and
Oh,
nothing changed.
really? Okay.
So
Oh, okay.
yeah. So it's like
So hold on.
it's
Sorry,
just,
I don't mean to cut you off.
yeah.
So you said nothing changed. You thought nothing would change, and nothing did change, right? So is that your massive
Yeah.
NE? It's kind of like the way you saw the future with your boyfriend, then husband, is like exactly the same as like before.
Yeah, yeah, basically.
What about like, if you plan on, like, let's say starting a family? I don't know if you guys are or not, like, but did you think about that too? Like, what's gonna happen if you have like kids, for example? Like, this can happen, this can happen, this can happen, you know?
No, the thing is that I don't want to have kids,
Oh, okay.
so that's, it's like doesn't
Okay, so there's
matter.
no possibility then.
So
But did you think about it from that
yeah.
perspective? Like, if you decide to not have kids, you know, um, sorry, sneeze. Um, did you think about like all the possibilities that can happen if you don't have any kids? Like, did you think about, oh, maybe I'll regret it, or maybe my parents will get upset at me, or maybe blah blah blah. Like, did you think about all the stuff possibilities when you made the decision of not having
Um,
kids?
like this decision was very long time ago. So like it's I can't talk what it was like when I was making it. Like I already talked to my mom about it, and so it's like everything already happened about it. But because you want to know about the how I see possibilities, I will give another example. Uh, so now basically, uh, there is still a question of what we will do, where we will live, and everything. So I see all those possibilities, like not all, but like what we discussed and everything. And like currently we are living in Spain because my husband is studying PhD here.
Oh, nice.
But
Where
yeah,
where where are
and
you where are you from originally again?
Lithuania.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So there are all those possibilities. Like after he finishes his studies, possibility to go back to Lithuania and live in Lithuania, possibility to go and live in India because my husband is from India. So, uh, but
He's Indian.
like, yeah,
Oh, cool.
uh,
Oh, wait, but how did he end up in Lithuania? What the heck?
uh, yeah. He got into like PhD studies in Spain, and it was together with a project which was uh, uh, for which he had to work in Lithuania.
Oh, I
So
see.
yeah.
I was like, what the how did this happen? But anyways, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so all the possibilities where we would live, where we could live, and like what we could do, like though India is not a possibility to live for a long time, maybe like for half year or 1 year we could try living there, but I don't want to live it like for life. So it's like a possibility to just go there and maybe travel or something. Uh, then possibility to live in Switzerland because we both like Switzerland a lot, and also like possibilities to basically live in any other European Union country uh, where he could maybe get a postdoc or something. Like it basically could be in almost any country in Europe. So like, and also we were considering like maybe to travel to different countries. So that's another possibility. Uh, I guess even though not very likely, there's a possibility to stay in Spain as well, or a lot of other even less likely possibilities, like going hell knows where.
Right.
A
Okay.
minute, I will connect my laptop because I'm low on battery. Yep, connected.
Okay, nice. Um, so I guess you guys speak English to each other then.
Yes, yes.
That's good practice for you guys, I guess. Um,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, but at work I also speak in English, so I basically barely speak Lithuanian these days.
really
I mostly
In Lithuania, you speak English at work?
no, it's I work for a German company. Like it's basically international company.
Oh, okay, I see. I see. That's why everyone speaks
Yeah,
English.
I'm a freelancer, so like I'm working from home.
Oh, that's cool. A perfect job for double activated sleep. Um,
Yes, definitely.
okay, that's cool. Wow. Okay. So so I think that was well explained with your possibilities of where
Mhm.
you could live. And I like how it's definitely NE because you didn't make any conclusions because it's open, right? And especially
Yeah.
when you said God knows who, where, so that's like very NE. It's like God knows where. That's like an NE kind of like way to say it because it's like no conclusion at all. Because it was NI, it's like this is it, that's it. And then you're like, what? But you didn't even explore the other option. You're like, nope, that's it. Because like NI, right? No, because for you, you're like, yeah, there's a bunch of different possibilities. We'll have to explore first before making a decision, which I think is
hmm
like, that's how any operates, right? Explore first before,
Yeah.
yeah. Because for example, for me, like you see my map in the back, right? Like I travel to so many
hmm
countries, right? But like I travel to a lot of countries because eventually I'd like to live potentially in another country. So I want to see which are the best ones. So my goal is to visit all of them. I know it's kind of crazy, visit all of them before making a decision,
No.
but like I already have like a small narrow down after my experience in like a bunch of them. So luckily for me, I have double masculine SF sleep. So I never forget like how I felt
Oh.
when I'm in those places. I never forget ever,
hmm
So it's good and bad because then it's good because like I never forget, but it's bad because I never forget. So if I have a bad experience with somebody, I never forget. So I don't
Yeah.
so yeah. I'm still a double decider, kind of like you are, So like when you were deciding not to have kids, you talked to your mom, right? So you double decided about it, right? You didn't just like I made a
hmm
decision and like no one knew, right? You know, like so yeah. So it's like if I have a negative FI memory of something, but then I talk to someone about it, we're cool, you know, we're cool. So yeah, it's good to be a double decider. Thank God. Like no offense to the single
Yeah.
deciders, but I don't I don't want their problems. That's horrible. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, we're gonna wrap up the interview here. I gotta go to work now. But thanks for coming out, Aiste, and sharing more about yourself. And especially you're the first person I interviewed after this new wave of retyping. So it's interesting to see how people life change or perspective change after this. Seems like for you not much change actually, you know.
Yeah.
So but it's still good to know like what you need to work on. So in your case it's play, because before I felt like if you were play savior, that means you need to work on your sleep. But then that's not the right thing to work on. It's actually your play. So
Yeah, but the thing is that despite OPS saying that I have to work on my sleep, I knew I have to work on my play. I knew where my problems are.
oh,
Like,
so
yeah,
you knew like subconsciously already that that was the problem.
it's not even subconscious. It was very obvious
Okay.
that it was
Okay.
a problem.
Gotcha. Well, that's cool. That's cool that
Yeah,
you do that. That's a good thing. Anyways, yeah, take care. I guess it's evening for you now,
thanks.
so enjoy the rest of your evening. So see you around the
Yeah,
group.
bye.